Hi everyone, welcome to today's tutorial, and in this video I will be showing you on how you can recreate this infinite loop logo. Now it's really easy to make, it just looks very complicated but it's not. So it's super easy to make and let's see how that's done. So we'll dive right in and create a new document. So as you can see, I've already chosen a document size which is 1000 by 1000 pixels. And I've already given a name as well called the infinite loop logo, but you're free to choose any document size as you like. It's not necessary that you have to choose the same size as mine, but in case if you want the same document size like mine, all you have to do is just add in the values of 1000 by 1000 in the width and the height options and change the dimensions from dimensions to pixels. Okay, so what we're going to do is that I will be mainly dealing with this ellipse tool and making sure that there is no fill. So over here in this drop down box, I will be the none option is selected, and over here in this stroke panel, by default you must be saying that 1 point is there. I'll be increasing the stroke size a little and making it 2. All we have to do is that, also another important thing that before I forget is that make sure like you go to the views panel and make sure that the smart guides options has been switched on. The smart guides will play a very important role when we will be recreating that logo. Okay, so I'll come over here to the center panel, click once. And the first circle that we will be making, the diameter is going to be 450 pixels by 450 pixels, and OK. And we get this circle right here and get it to the center like that. I'll go back here to this ellipse tool again, find my center right here, click on my document, and the next circle that we'll be making will have the diameter of 308 pixels by 308 pixels. And I will just drag this circle again to the middle portion like that. And now for the third circle that we have to make, this third circle will have the diameter of 166 pixels by 166 pixels. And I'll just bring the third circle right here. So what we're going to do is that I'll select the middle circle, click on Alt to make another copy, and then just drag my circle to the one side like this. Select my middle circle again, click on Alt and get it to the other side like that. Now I'll just select this middle circle and then just bring this middle circle down over here till it says intersect like that. I'll select all of them and then just select all of them and just and then just drag it over here to the side. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make another copy of this same circle. So I'll select all of them. Click on Alt and then just drag my mouse till it says intersect again and let go. I'll select the second circle, right click on this, go to transform, reflect and make sure that the horizontal options has been switched on, and I'll click on OK. So now that we've got our shape, all I'm going to do is just bring it to the center of our document like that. Now what we're going to do is that we'll go ahead and make these kinds of shapes. So in order to do that, I'll select all of them and choose this shape builder tool. But for now, I will be adding a solid color and I'll be adding the gradient a lot later. So I'll be choosing this bright red color for now. And with the help of the shape builder tool, I'll just carefully select the shapes that I want to combine, like this, and keep selecting the portions that I need, like that. To zoom in, all you have to do is click on Control and the plus sign on your keyboard, and then just combine different things, different parts, like that. And I'll be deleting this line like that. Okay. Now I'll go ahead and select my second color, which will be this darker shade of red. And we can just go ahead and again combine certain shapes together, like this. To zoom in, click on Control and the plus sign and keep combining different shapes together. I'll choose this, this, and this one. And now for the third color will be this orange color right here. Choose this shaded part, this part, and this part, and repeat the process on the other side as well, like this. And for our last color, I'll choose this light orange shade and just combine these two shapes like that. Okay, so we've got a basic shape like this. So let's go ahead and also add a gradient. So over here, I've used the gradient of purple and red. So if you want, you can choose the same color, but I'll be doing it a little differently. I'll be using different colors for the gradient. So I'll go ahead and select this first shape and go over here to this gradient tool, double click on this. And over here, as you can see by default that the gradient is white to black, but white and black is a little boring. I will be choosing some other color. I'll double click on this white option and choose light blue. Oops. Choose light blue. And I'll double click on the black one and choose dark blue. And so by default, my gradient is linear, which is this first type. But I will be using the second option, which is the radial gradient, and click on that. And a radial gradient has now been successfully added like this. Now we can just go ahead and keep adding gradients. So I'll select the next portions together. Come back here to this gradient tool, gradient panel. I let the gradient be blue and light blue and dark blue, and I'll choose the linear gradient like that. Okay, I'm going to make slight changes here now. I'm going to select this one, click on the gradient panel, and then just drag my mouse like this to adjust the gradient directly. Similarly, on this other side, I'll select this, come back here to this gradient panel, and just drag it like this at a certain angle. Select the next shapes again, come back to the gradient tool, and oops. Okay. Select this, add the gradient like this. So I'm liking the way it's happening right now. Select the final ones again and click on this gradient again. Okay. Now that we've added our gradients, and that's it. So this was our infinity loop logo. And if you want, this next step is completely optional. If you want, you can let the stroke be the way it is. You can have the outline. But if you do not want the stroke and you want to see how it looks like without the outlines as well, all you have to do is select all these shapes and come here to the stroke panel and click on none. So it looks pretty cool without the stroke as well, but I personally like it with the stroke. So I'll just let the stroke be the way it is, and I'll just select this like that, and I'll go ahead and also increase the stroke width to 2, and there you go. So now another thing is that this one has a background color. So it's not necessary for you to also add a background color. That's completely optional. But one thing that I'm going to do is that I will be adding like this shadow behind this logo as well, because it looks pretty neat to me. So I'll select all of them, come over here to this effect panel, go to stylize and click on drop shadow. So on this drop shadow box right here, as you can see that the opacity is 75%. And if you click on preview, and you can now see that a slight shadow has been added behind these shapes, and we click on OK. And there you go. Our infinite loop logo has been successfully been made. So now let's go ahead and also save our file. In order to do that, we'll be going to File, Save As, and by default, our file name is going to be the same as our document name with this infinite loop logo, and I let the save as type also be Adobe Illustrator. I let it be Adobe Illustrator file format so that in case if I want to make any further changes, be it with the color or you want to add something or delete something, you can easily do that by accessing your AI file, and we just click on save and OK, and there you go. Our Adobe Illustrator has now been successfully been saved, and you can see that this .ai comes in right in front of our document. So that's that. I hope you found this video to be useful, and with a little practice you can also try it with different colors or just probably let it be with a solid color. So thank you for watching and stay tuned for more.